Right. Epiphany of John 1, number 4. Beloved, believe not either spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of Antichrist. Well, ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. Before Jesus, that's the only problem. Before Jesus was born, there was a prophecy. And in that prophecy is what all Jesus' era did. That's all they did, that prophecy. Before Jesus, there was the Christ of God. Right? Before Jesus was born, there was already one. It's called the Christ of the Christ of God. Now, when the man took over Jezreel, the town, he murdered Jezebel. He was down the bottom of the tower, and he told the new eunuchs, 3 eunuchs behind her, to pick her up and throw her out the window. Then he went into her house, ate a plate of her food, a cup of her wine, and then went out and got the body. There was only the palm of the hands, shoulders of the feet, and the head left. That's stigmata information, just so you know. So the Christ of God would be someone with a stigmata. And Jesus people are trying to kill the stigmata people. Because the man anointed this as a man who went into Jezreel with oil and told him he's the king and judge of them all from the Most High. That's why he went, told the eunuchs to pick her up and chuck her out the window, because they're against the stigmata people, whatever belief system that comes from. The archaeologists said in a mummification they had found marks on a mummy from Egyptian era with stigmata on them. Now don't forget, David and Goliath, the David guy, father of King Solomon, when Sodom and Gomorrah got annihilated, murdered, or blown up, whatever way you want to look at it, all his family he put inside a cave. Now, also, inside a cave, somebody else's family was put, and they were mummified first. Now, I'm not sure if it's the same cave that is underneath Jerusalem of David and Goliath man, one who was a shepherd up a mountain. They got him down from the mountain and had him to become a king. Because he went underneath the cart, died, and came back out as a colossal, a giant man. Like Samson. Samson is 25 foot tall. Samson out of Samson and Delilah. So, now you didn't have once. Him, the one who never cuts his hair, because his hair is sanctified from birth to death. He's not allowed to cut his hair as a sign that he belongs to God. Same as the Presbyterians in Africa. They are the same. The Presbyterians, I think it's called. They only eat fishes. fishes in the sea. That's a Presbyterian, and Nazarene. They don't cut their hair. That's what Samson, I think, was Nazarene, from Nazareth. I think so anyway. I don't really know. I read it's only what I've seen on telly. I read he went somewhere and he killed a lion. Then, on his way back, inside the lion was a honey nest. So he took the honey from there and ate some of it on his way home. He told his mother and father he wants to marry some woman. This is where he had been. And they came back. And they didn't want him to marry her. But he said she will do. See? That's what I said in this book. Now, that's the only thing I know about him. Apart from the fact that he had a handheld harp that was 16 inches long, not 16 inches long. Samson had a handheld harp out of a jawbone of an ass that fitted in the palm of his hand. Now, a jawbone of an ass is 16 inches long, same length as a baby, a newborn. So he must have been 25 foot tall, working out the maths. Haggai was told by God to put her baby in the palm of her hand. That means the palm of her hand was 16 inches long. So she also was 25 foot tall, going by the words in this book, not me making it up. See? Haggai is Abraham's Egyptian servant, which means she's the second or third or fourth daughter, not the heir to her father. And she's the servant of Rebecca. No, of Sarai. I'm wrong. And she gives Abraham Ishmael. Ishmael is 13 when he gets circumcised of the Abimelech covenant of the flesh. When he accepts the ewes of the EWE, like sheep, accepted the ewes, female sheep, of Abram, as an agreement that Abram dug the well. The well Haggai that appeared for Haggai when her baby was a newborn, and she ran away. When Ishmael was a newborn, and she ran away from Sarai and Abram. That's the well they're talking about. That God made appear, so Haggai could give a drink of water to her baby, brand new newborn, out of that well. And by the time Abimelech was about and accepted the ewes, EWE, out of Abram's hand, that was the third agreement of Abram. ABRM in Syria agreement, ABRAM agreement with Melchizedek, and Sarai was going to be his wife. And the third agreement was the one with Abimelech about the oath well, Bathsheba, or I can't remember. Anyway, the same well is the one that God made appear when Haggai put her baby underneath a row of hedges or whatever, laid him there, and sat on the opposite mountain, waiting for him to die. Because she couldn't feed him. And God made her put the baby in the palm of her hand, 16 inches, don't forget the baby is. And God made the well appear so that Haggai could give a drink of water to the baby, Ishmael. That is the well of the oath, or oath well, one that Jacob goes back to. Same well. Because Jacob makes an agreement with Abimelech at the same well later on in the story. Well, historical document. But yeah, God made the well appear, disappear, appear, disappear. God done that. And Abram made an agreement with Abimelech that Abram is the one that made the well appear. And Abimelech accepted the EWE, it was premiership, as an agreement that Abram made that well that Haggai was given by God so that she could give water to a brand new baby who could fit in the palm of her hand. The palm of her hand, 16 inches long, is a brand new baby. So she must have been 25 foot tall. It wouldn't have been possible otherwise. Same as Samson with the jawbone of an ass, turned into a 7.5 note harp, is the same. He's 25 foot tall, going by maths only. And what it says in this book. It's not my words, I didn't write it. Anyway, on with the story. Bugger, let's start again.